Live your life within the moment, moment. And don't go wait until the morning, morning. All that I know is we'll get older, older. So let us dance this night away. And we'll dance the night away.
Hello, RV Rebel Watchers and YouTubers. Oops, hello, somebody's here. Somebody just popped in. Hello, thanks for joining. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this live stream. And do you know where I am based on my thumbnail? But first, let's review the rules. I keep the rules up here to be kind to others. Don't badmouth other YouTube creators behind their backs. Not in the live chat. And if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything. And if you don't agree with someone's comment, don't argue. Scroll on. You know, Fido, forget about it. Drive on. Hello, Weekend She Shed. That's a tongue twister. Jamie from Texas and Jennifer, welcome. Yeah, Texas weather's pretty crappy, isn't it? I bet. I hope everybody's doing okay. Uh-oh. There it is. I was going to put up your... Well, I was supposed to be able to add moderators. Oh, we got 8 people in here. Wonderful. Say hello, everybody. If you're here. And how's your weather? You haven't had any power since early this morning. Thank God for your Jackery. Yeah, aren't you glad you have a Jackery? That you're a nomad at heart and you go on your little weekends? Because if you didn't have your Jackery, and tomorrow the sun will shine, right, Jamie? Now, did you get it real bad where you're at, Jamie? I'm not familiar with that town. Hi, Janice. Hi, Country Dweller. Jamie. Who else do we say? For Kelly 4, welcome. Hello. Yeah, you made a live chat. Janice Lala. Oh, you're in Connecticut. Yeah, how is the weather? I hear it's pretty bad in Texas. Actually, this morning I was in a group that I frequent with some other travelers, and in fact, they were teasing Lola from the creator of Lollapalooza, if everybody knows Lost on Land Again, about telling her not to leave the house. They weren't going to let her leave the house because it was so bad and icy out. So, Jamie, you're in South Central Texas. Wow. You keep getting booted out of the live stream, Jennifer? I'm not booting you out. You shouldn't be getting booted out. You got booted out of the live stream? I don't know why that happened. Because I show you in here. I'm going to try to see if I can get in there and see what's going on here. Nobody else is getting booted out, are you? Hey, Pup Camper. Did you? Now you're in Texas too, aren't you, Cheryl? Are you in the middle of this storm as well? Maybe it's your end, Jennifer. I don't know. because I show you in there. Uh-oh. Oops. Oh, you had 2 live feeds going. Oh, you're in Tennessee, Cheryl. Well, at least you made it there. Tim's Ford State Park in Winchester, Tennessee. You'll be a camp host, right? Camp host job. I wanted to see what I'm showing on here. So I added a link up there for people who might want to join the live stream. And so you'll be there for 8 months. Hey, Granny Bear and Gus. You're in Kemah, Texas. Your son is in Athens, and it's really icy there. Danny says hi. She's over here. Come here, Danny. Say hi to everybody. Come on up here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Here, let me get her over here. There she is. Oops. Don't put your tongue in my mouth. I went to dinner at someplace tonight, and did everybody see my thumbnail? Do you know where I was? Can anybody tell me where I am? Where I had dinner? I'll bring the picture up and you tell me if you know. Go ahead and write it on here. Your hair is dirty, not tonight. Thank you. What did I miss on that one? Are you talking to me? Your hair is dirty, Jennifer? Okay, everybody look at the picture. And who knows where I am right now based on that picture? Is that an easy giveaway picture? Where I'm at? Jamie, Cheryl, Pup Camper 58. That's a giveaway, isn't it? I am. Yes, I am. I am. Nobody else guessed it where I am? And I had fried pickles tonight. That's a sideways picture. They were really good. Yes, I am cracker docking. I am. And I am at the Cracker Barrel. Yeah, I am, Lindy. I'm a Cracker Barrel in it. I am at the Cracker Barrel in Fort Myers. I'm actually right near the international airport, Fort Myers International Airport. There's a Cracker Barrel here on the way to the airport, and it's off on the right sometimes. You love them, Cheryl? You love Cracker Barrel or you love the fried pickles? Let me tell you something. I totally blew my keto with this one. This was 4 days of, I'm 4 days over on, I can't have carbs for 4 days. 84 carbs in those fried pickles. 84. Yes. Crazy, huh? So much for being a keto nomad. It's like a no keto. I didn't have any keto. This was not keto at all. I ate so much. Oh my gosh. It was, I was so hungry. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to eat. Yeah. They have like, yeah, holy cow's right, Janice. These were the breading on these fried pickles were so good. I couldn't get over it. I mean, they were so crisp. I ate all of them. 84 carbs. Hey, Tammy, RV Tollers. Welcome, 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 my friend. Yeah. And then I didn't stop with just the fried pickles. I had chicken tenders, grilled chicken tenders with broccoli, and I had a sweet potato, but I did not have the sugar or the marshmallow, just the butter, cinnamon, and pecan. Oh, oh, sorry, you didn't mean to yawn. And yeah, they were just so good, so good. So, has anybody seen my Hi, Patty. Thanks for showing up and coming to the party. If you're out there, could you at least like throw me a smiley face or something so I can see who's lurking in the lurkers lounge? Because not everybody's talking, and it'd be nice to see who's all here. Thank you. I appreciate you coming to the live stream, and the more the merrier. It's Wednesday night and it's after 10 o'clock here in Florida, but for the most part, Midwestern people, it's 9 o'clock, and those in Arizona and in those areas, um, it's even earlier. Tammy, she actually said she made it to Tennessee because that's where she's going to be campground hosting. Yeah, so she didn't have to go through that Texas weather. So you're in Arizona still, though. Jennifer's in Sacramento, California. Oh, yes, Patty, I know who you are. Thank you so much. Patty was one of the ladies who came up to me and was so nice to me over at the um Tampa RV show when I was there to see Eric. And she was like, I didn't, I went there to see Eric. I didn't expect to have people recognize me, because I figured I'm just, a nobody really. But um and Patty come up to me, "Hey, Bob Johnson, Robert from Ohio. Thank you for joining." And Patty was so sweet. She gave me her business card and everything. It was so nice, so nice. I've got your card. And Liz was there, another one of my viewers. Um, and there was somebody else. I don't remember. I put it in my memory's not the greatest, but I put it in my video, the gals that were there, and stopped and made a point to say hello to me, even though everybody was there to see Eric. I just happened to be standing in line at the right time. It was really cool. It was great to see him because I haven't seen him since I was up at the property when I followed him up to his new property and to Kevin's at the Vagabond camp. So, yeah, he had a problem with his rig today. I guess he has to get a new alternator. That sucks. So, has anybody seen my video and seen that I have a new hobby? Thank you, Cheryl. Anybody notice that I have a new hobby? I do. Did you see my last video to see what I'm making now? Janice, yeah, Bob saw, Robert saw, Janice saw, and Jamie said, "Love the birds." So, aren't those the cutest things? You know, I bought one for my brother, and then for his yard here in Florida, because I thought these things are so cool, you know. So I said to the girl, "Yeah, you like the woodpecker?" So I said to the girl that makes them, she's a really nice girl. Her name is Arizona. I want to call her Autumn all the time, but it's Arizona. So I said to Arizona, I says, "Boy, I would love to learn how to make those, the PVC, yeah." And so she said, "I'll give you the patterns and I'll just come on over and I'll show you." So I did, and she taught me how to make them. So I've made 3 so far. The first, I mean, I'm totally not done with all of them. I mean, I have 2, I finished painting the woodpecker, and but I still I have another one. I have a roadrunner, and although the roadrunner kind of looks like the woodpecker, a little different, and then I have, thanks Cheryl, and I thought, I mean, they look so cool in your yard, you know, or under a tree. The woodpecker actually should be made with a thinner PVC, and you nail it to a tree. And because it's made with thinner PVC, when the wind blows, it actually moves like this, and it looks like it's pecking at the tree. But this woodpecker, instead of having his feet going backward, so that his feet are supposed to go backward so he'll hit the tree, it's going forward because I'm going to put him on a little block. And I'm going to sell them. I have a pattern for a flamingo. Ah, well, when I make the flamingo, keep your eyes open, and I'll show you the flamingo. Here's my woodpecker. Yeah, well, it wasn't my idea. It's the girl who taught me. That's what she does. And here's the woodpecker. Isn't he cute? And then I put the googly eyes on him. I wish I could say it was my idea, but it's not my idea to put him in the tree. I do have a pattern for the flamingo. So that is the next one I am going to trace and cut out. And I also just got a pattern. She gave me a pattern for an eagle. That one's going to be really hard to do because I don't know if I could get the right size PVC for that. But oh, I'm excited about it. I mean, they're not, you know, they've got their little flaws, but and they're not cheap either. Because like the one that I sent to the one I bought for my brother was $40, but it costs, the PVC alone is 30 something dollars. And then you figure I've invested in a jigsaw. I had to get a heating gun to heat it so I can mold it, you know, and bend the neck and everything, and the legs and the knees and all that stuff. And then all the spray paint, you know. And then of course there's the googly eyes. Put the googly eyes in there. The other thing I think I'm going to get is I'm going to look for some little bitty solar lights. And if I could put the solar light like on their feet, or um, in between their feathers on their back, so it'll light up and you could see them. Probably like on their feet. And what you do is you attach them to a rock. They're not hard to make, Cheryl, but it's the drill, when you're sawing the PVC, it can be kind of tricky, especially when you're doing the little ridges for the feathers, like along the edge of the head and then along the body. And there's another bird that has the tines they call it on the head, those long skinny tines. Um, I haven't done one with that yet. But that's what's kind of hard to do, the saw, around those things. And I need to get a piece of sandpaper because I didn't sand the sides or anything on the first three, but I think I need to sand them. Well, the PVC that you buy is like 30 something dollars for 10 feet, 10-foot long. And I asked the guy at Home Depot, can you cut this in half for me? He says, that's not my job. I'm like, what? Really? I said, every time I've been here, they've always cut things for me. I've never been told that's not my job. And I said, so I kind of looked at him and he says, well, there's a place where a little cutting station on whatever aisle he said it was. And you can, there's a saw over there and you can go and cut it yourself over there. And I thought to myself, isn't that a liability for me to be having a saw? I mean, you know, that should be a liability. That's why you go to Lowe's. I'm going to check the price at Lowe's, Patty, because, you know, but then he did cut it for me in half so that each one was like 5 feet so I could take it, put it in my van. They've always cut my, wood and everything for me before. I guess it depends, whether you're using that power thing, like when you do paneling, or because I just had the ceiling stuff cut for my ceiling. They cut it for me. I just told them what size I wanted. But yeah, it's like pulling teeth to get anybody to do anything for you, except for my dinner tonight. And I had to tell the manager, I told him, I said, when I was checking out, I said, are you the manager? And she said, yeah. I said, let me tell you something. Nicole, who was my wait person, and I forgot what the name of the little girl who was a hostess, but the hostess and Nicole, who was my wait person, were absolutely phenomenal. This wait person, Nicole, she was so good. The best service I've had in Cracker Barrel in a long time. And the food, everything was good. So I got to say, the chef to the cook, everything was perfect on my food. I didn't have to send anything back because when we were there the other day, me and Nana Pam, I said no gravy on my hamburger steak or whatever it was, and they brought it out with gravy. And it was the manager who brought it out. I'm like, didn't you look at the ticket before you took it out of the kitchen? I used to be a manager. I used to be a waitress. You got to look at the ticket to make sure the order's right. You shouldn't even bring it to the table if it's wrong. But well, they did end up cutting the board for me, cutting the PVC for me. I think so too, Cheryl. But you know what? He actually. So then I was like, oh well. You mean you won't cut it for me? And when I said you won't cut it for me, he goes, well, how big do you? I says, I just cut it in 5 feet, 2 5-feet pieces. So he did. He cut it in 2 5-feet pieces for me. I was like, that's kind of rude. I've not ever gone to Home Depot and where they said that they wouldn't cut something for me. What are you going to do? Anyway, so people in Texas, your weather is kind of crummy and hopefully it's going to go away. I was watching this video tonight. I don't remember the couple, but they were doing a video and it said the video came out 3 days ago. And they were talking about a tropical storm in the Keys. And I'm like, Now, YouTube's telling me, it tells you how many days. Hi, Gwen from Arizona. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Good to see you, Tracy. Gwen from Arkansas. Thanks for coming. So I saw this video said that this storm was in the Keys right now, so they had to leave there. They were at John Mellencamp. I forget what his not Mellencamp. That's the guy in the band, but close. It's close enough. Anyway, that state park, and they were leaving because there was a tropical storm coming up, and if their tropical storm was coming, they would shut down all the parks, all the RV parks in the Keys. Well, I never heard of that before, but maybe they do. I don't know. But hurricane season's over. Hey, Diane. Good. I'm glad the weather is great in Vero Beach. It's beautiful here in Fort Myers. It's been 85 the last 3 days. Awesome. It has warmed up. It's not cold anymore. But Fort Myers is subtropical the way it's positioned in the Gulf, opposed to being on the Atlantic side in Vero. But I'll be over there eventually, but it won't be until probably end of April. You never know, things could change. I'm doing great, Tracy. Thank you. I'm very sorry to hear about your husband. I don't know if y'all remember, Tracy came to see me when I was staying in Tennessee at over on Douglas Dam by Douglas Dam. She one of our viewers that there she is. You are a wrench, Lindy. I don't know if you notice that your name is in blue with a wrench next to it. At least it should be. I mean, not that we have any worries, but that's sad. So sorry to hear. Actually, I had something. Oh goodness, your phone is freezing and buffering. Well, don't worry about it. I mean, I understand. That's crazy. I hate that you have such bad weather. Was going to show you I did do a survey. Freezing and sleet, and wow, that's unusual for Tennessee because Tennessee and Kentucky don't have any of the equipment to plow, you know, snow. And I don't think I don't even know if they even have salt to salt the streets, as opposed to how, the places that normally get um, snow and sleet. So I was trying to think of where we're going to have our next WWR, the Wheeled Wanderers Rendezvous. And I did put a poll up. I don't know if y'all saw that. I did put a poll up, and this was what the results were. It said, where would you be interested in attending? There's in Memphis, Tennessee, because I thought maybe we could go to Graceland. It would be cool for us all to go to, Graceland and go visit, Elvis's house and the airplane and all the other good stuff. Plus, there's a lot of other stuff in Memphis. There's Martin Luther King exhibits there also. And then the other one was St. Bernard State Park in Louisiana by the French Quarter. It's only like 26 minutes from the French Quarter. And I thought, how cool would it be for us all to go to New Orleans? Now there's another place there, but it's a little bit more expensive. So the state parks are more reasonable in price. Although it is probably safer, they say, to go to what's that called? Pontchartrain RV park, but it's a little bit more expensive. I knew somebody who was there, but whether or not, but it seems like everybody, the majority, the 54% of the people said that they'd be interested in going to Gatlinburg. Now, I was thinking about that. I mean, I love Gatlinburg. I used to have a condo in Sevierville on English Mountain. So I'd be up for going to Gatlinburg, but if I did that, I would think that the best time to do that, and I don't know if anybody else would be interested, would be 4th of July. And the reason I say that is because I hear a bunch of noise out there. Um, Gatlinburg has the very first 4th of July parade in the United States. It starts at 1 minute after midnight. It does. And I used to go every year. Have you been to it, Tracy? Oh, I hear gunshots. Um, anyway, it starts at 1 minute after midnight. So like a shotgun. Maybe it's fireworks or maybe a truck. Can you guys hear that? Oh, cool. See, so you said it was awesome. So it starts at 1 minute after midnight. And before that, like you got to get there early. So you get there like 9 o'clock at night. I know it sounds crazy to hang out for 3 hours to wait for a parade, but you bring snacks and you bring your chairs and you get your place on the street where you're going to sit and watch the parade. And you have to have a designated driver because if you have alcohol, yeah. You heard it, Jamie? Yeah. Well, I know this neighborhood, so I used to work. This used to be my zone when I was deputy. It could have just been fireworks or something. There's because it's pretty developed around here. You know. Anyway, the parade. I don't want to lose my train of thought. All they block off all the streets, and the kids get to play in the streets, and then people throw candy and pennies, and the kids are out there playing in the street because it's all blocked off. No car can go down the main street. Well, yeah, well, they've called off that parade. It's been a couple of years since they had it. I don't know if they have it, but I'm sure they're going to have it this year. The thing with Gatlin, yeah, it's stopped now. Um, but I'm in a safe place. It's just loud. I don't, well, and the airport's right here, also. No worries, Lindy. I can. Lindy's texting me, and she said that she can't stay in the chat. She's got a freezing connection. So let me just write her and say no problem. Um, yeah, that's. I guess the weather's pretty bad where she's way south in Texas. It says it won't even let her back on YouTube. This parade is awesome, and it starts at midnight. It didn't get over till like 2 o'clock in the morning. And the last time I was there, I think the master ceremonies was Daisy Duke from the Dukes of Hazzard. They're really into the Dukes of Hazzard in Gatlinburg and Sevierville. I mean, they got Dukes of Hazzard cars and everything. It's really, so there's a lot to do there. There's like 5 or 6 awesome hikes Tammy, RV Tollers, if you're here, if you've never been to Gatlinburg to go hiking, there are like 5 awesome hikes, and I've done all 5 of them. We did one every day. Um, this one year I went there, my friend Susie and I. We did Laurel Falls, and when we did a couple other, and then we did the Chimneys. The Chimneys was considered a little bit more difficult, but it wasn't that bad. And that was all the week. I had just quit smoking, and I'll tell you what, it was like awesome, and I had no problem with them. They were great hikes, you know. And that's it. That's in the national park in Smoky Mountain National Park. So the thing would be is finding a place to camp for everybody to camp, you know. And I looked around and I know, but I'm thinking, so if I decided, if if we do it in Gatlinburg and we could do it the 4th of July, I don't know. They do have bears there. They do have bears there. I've been lucky. You can go to that's another place you can go to is oh, I can't think of the name of it now. Oh, Cove, something Cove. I'm having a brain freeze. I knew, Tammy, that you would like that, and it's not that far from Illinois if you're gonna head back there for the summer or in between time. So, like, say if we were in Illinois, it would only be like 5.5. Oh no, it's 13 hours from. It was 13 hours from my doorstep in Illinois to my condo in Sevierville when I had my condo. So, I mean, that's really not that bad. But there's so much to do. There's Dollywood. There's kayaking, there's river rafting, there's a Smoky Mountain National Park. Cades Cove is where you can go and you just stay in your car and you drive through on a path in your car at Cades Cove, and you get that's where you usually see bears. You're usually guaranteed to see bears there if you're there at the right time of the year. But if we can camp, there's a few other places to camp. I camped at these 2 places that were right near on Douglas Dam, and Tracy's been there, and that's a great place to go. Okay, so the people that I was telling you that these people were talking about the there being bad storms and hurricane season, and they I made a comment, and they said our vlogs run behind in real time due to travel time and life in general. Thanks for watching. Well, heck, that's like 3 months behind. I'm not going to say who they are. Yeah, I love Cades Cove. I go to Cades Cove every time I'm there. You know, you do have to watch out for mountain lions if you're depending on where you're camping. But um, I don't. There's 2 different campgrounds that's like right by Douglas Dam, and they're very inexpensive, and they're right near the water, so they're on great areas. Really good sites. And I don't know how many spots that they have available, but if they if we're going to do it for 4th of July time, then we would have to announce now because we're talking 6 months from now and they're probably getting all booked up. Hey, Patty, yeah, there you go. So maybe I'll look at I know where oh yeah, I know where Cosby is because I talked to you about that. And we can go kayaking. We can go kayaking. We could go White River rafting. Yeah, we could drive. I've driven over the mountain. Oh, well, we could all go to Klingeman's Dome. I can't, but y'all can because I'm afraid of heights. I take people to Klingeman's Dome all the time when I had my condo, but I could never, ever make it out there because I'm afraid of heights. And if you research Klingeman's Dome, it is a it's way at the top of this mountain as you're going over the mountain in the national park to go to Cherokee. And there's a sign there. On one side of the sign, you're standing in North Carolina. The other side of the sign, you're standing in Tennessee. And what happens is if you walk up to Klingeman's Dome, it's this cement um, uh, structure thing that it suspends off the mountain, and it's like a lookout point. So you walk out to the end of the cement and you can see like 3 or 4 different states, but it's suspended off the mountain in the middle of, it's, and I'm afraid of heights, and my knees lock up and I can never walk out there. I walk all the way up to it, and just as I get there, my body just won't let me walk any further. It's weird. Well, I was thinking Tracy, that's a great idea, but I was thinking we need to find something um, that has full hookup and that is not really expensive because um, I'm thinking about going to that same place that you came to visit me at, because look at, you could fish right from your campsite there, and it was so inexpensive, and I think they even had a senior citizen discount. And there's 2 parks there. There's one that's like where I was at, and then there's another one that has a huge parking lot for people who are you know um if you have, gonna put your boat in or something. But I camped out in that parking lot one night, and they let me camp out there. They even let me use the shower in that campground because I thought I had a reservation for that campground, but I didn't have I had a reservation for the other one. Well, Cleveland's don't, it's you are definitely walking like uphill, and but I did it. You call what the cold stop? Did I miss something, Patty? Yeah, it is. You could, if you go over the mountain to Cherokee, there's a casino on that side of the mountain. But if you go over there, I'll be honest with you, if you go over there, if you stay there after dark, you're better off just staying there overnight because it's really foggy, and the visibility is really bad coming back over the mountain late at night. And then there's a lot of, coyotes and all kinds of critters like that. They do. They had a pavilion over there too. They didn't have an inside building, but they had a pavilion, and their showers were nice and decent. They had they had campsites where you could tent camp. So basically, if you're in a van, you just bring a tent, put it down, and you stay in your van. You know, and it's less money. It's not like a campsite like I would have to be on because I got an RV. When I can't go any further, and I suddenly is feeling something right, and I get the cold stop. Yeah, my legs give out. I can't go walk any further, and I get the heebie-jeebies in my stomach. It's crazy. I get that way, like on the second floor of the mall, at the mall, if I get too close to the railing, because I have a fear of heights. I don't know what it is. I might think my mother had it too. Kind of strange, huh? Well, I guess that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to get up on line and see about that campground. I think it's a TVA, It's a TVA campground. I don't know if that's it. Yeah, Tennessee Valley Authority. Let's see. Hiking trails, dock permits, fun in the valley, camping. Tailwater is, I think it was one of them. Cherokee Dam Campground near Jefferson City. Douglas Dam Headwater Campground and Tailwater Campground. Boat ramps, easy access. The valley's best to some of the valley's best bass fishing. Great, Robert. You'd be great if you could make it. Janice, you leaving? Oh my God, you fell up a rabbit hutch? What's a rabbit hutch? Thanks, Janice, for coming. I mean, if you can come back, that'd be great. If I understand if you can't. Okay. If we're here in 20, but we might be. I don't know. We're talking pretty well. So anyway, the name of the campground that I'm thinking about is Headwater Campground and Tailwater Campground. I'm not sure which one I stayed at. The one Headwater Campground has 60 sites. 54 are have electric and water, and 2 are ADA, and 4 are primitive tent sites. It has 3 bathhouses, a boat ramp, a swimming beach. Oh, that's the one with the beach. Um, and then the other one, now they don't even, a season doesn't even open until March. And that was, okay, the one that I stayed at was Tailwater, and it's at the tail end of the dam, and it's dispersed by the banks of the French Broad River. It's 20 miles from Pigeon Forge and 30 miles from Gatlinburg. And there is an overlook there. It was cool. That's where I camped. It says it only has 3 primitive tent sites. It did have nice warm showers. Those are nice places. I don't know how many spots they have available. The one that I stayed at, it's like almost everything has a water view. But there's supposed to be great bass fishing. It's not a real big campground. Let's see what they have available. Just make your reservation. Um, see what they have available in July. So I'm wondering, July 4th, they probably, I would think that, I don't know when that 4th of July parade will be. So if we were there, um, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, leaving the 6th, see if it looks like they have some sites. I don't know how many are available. Looks like most of them are. There's one that's only available 5 days. Let's see. Most of them have a lot of days available. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Looks like there's 25 spots there. And we had 25 people last year. Hey, Crystal. Thanks for coming. Good night, Jennifer. Thanks for joining. Yeah, one's above the dam and one's below the dam. The one that I was at is Pup Camber. Have a good night. Thank you. The one that's below the dam is the one that I stayed at. So I'm thinking 4 days because if the 4th of July is on a Tuesday, I'll have to see. I'm going to have to look and see. I'll see when they have their 4th of July celebration. I'll Google it. If it's going to be on Sunday, then we would probably want to be there on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, something like that. It seems like it's less money to be there at a campground during the week for these meetups. Last time we had it during the week because it was less money during the week than it was on the weekend. And although, those of us who are nomads that we can go any day of the week. But if people are, weekenders and work, oh, excuse me, then weekend's the only time they could go, you know. What's nice about the one below is either one of them, there's that big lookout up on top, and there's like a pavilion up there. I don't know what it would cost to rent that out, but if there's only, 25 of us, like last time, then we could just, we'd have that one pavilion on the lower park. I'll look and see what the upper park has to rent, to, what kind of sites they have available. But that would be great because I would like to go there for the 4th of July. I used to go every year for the 4th of July there. Everybody interested in that? What do you guys think? Well, 54% said that they would want to go to Tennessee. I think that there's just a lot to do in Gatlinburg. You know, you've got Gatlinburg, you got Sevierville, you got Pigeon Forge and Kodak, you know. I'm talking about the WWR, the Wheeled Wanderers Rendezvous, the meetup that I do, that I did started last year. It was in Illinois last year, but I figured we have it somewhere else this year. Which campground has a new camp store? Yeah, it's very expensive to go in Gatlinburg and in Sevierville, any of those RV parks. But to go where we were at, where I was at last time, was very inexpensive. And there's not a lot of places you can boondock. Now, I did boondock. Great, Tammy. I figured it would be. I mean, and it's, it might be 30 miles. But I wouldn't, the only reason I would not go to Nashville is because um Nashville's mostly a nightlife place, or it's going on tours, you know, um, going to the Grand Old Opry. Those are all things that cost a lot of money. Now, I don't like to assume that other people can have that kind of money. The one where I was, yeah. Well, I may just go on there and book a spot and just do it because I want to go there for the 4th of July anyway. So, it seems like everybody would prefer to go to Gatlinburg. 54% of the people in the poll said Gatlinburg. So, that's a lot. That's more than, that's a lot, a percentage. It's more than half of the people who took the poll. But it was only 24 votes, but still. So I'm thinking it's people who would come, or it's people um, who came before, you know. And when you're in Tennessee, honestly, for me, I don't think it's Tennessee is not the best place to be nightlife in it and drinking and driving, you know. No, that's fine, Tracy. I'll let you know which one I go ahead and book, and then I'll text you. Your number's still the same, right? So, and there's two parks there anyway. So if people can't get in one park, they might be able to get in the other park. They're not that far from each other. I don't remember what the internet was like, but I'm not real concerned. And the one thing about going to the Gatlin, going to that area is there's a lot of bugs in the summertime, especially in July, right, Tracy? You get those July flies. What are they called? I mean, you don't even have to put bait on your hook to go fishing. You just take your net and scoop the fish out of the lakes or out of the water. Those summer flies. They're like huge dragonfly things. They have them in Tennessee, and well, they have them in Kentucky, but I think Tennessee gets them a little bit too. Mostly Kentucky gets them. So I think that's what we'll do. I will put out an announcement on it and let you know where it'll be and what park I'm going to reserve at. But I'm going to look at both of them, Tracy. I want to see how many. What's nice about the other park is well, there's a different fly that's in Kentucky that I got the two states mixed up. I was thinking of the flies that come out in July that are in Kentucky on Kentucky Lake. But the other campground, the one that was above the dam, that was a nice campground too. It had that big, huge parking lot. Now, if they would allow people to just park in the parking lot and camp there for like a minimal fee, like say if the campground was filled and let them boondock, I don't think they can actually tell them no because I think it's a public dock. I don't know. But you have to go through the campground to get to it. But that campground is huge. I mean, that parking lot is huge. And I think they have a pavilion there too. And they have a big store there too. I think that's where I went to the dam store. Right? Isn't that where they had the damn store? Go to the damn store. I loved saying that in my video. I think that was in Tennessee at the Douglas Dam. So, okay, I think that's pretty much a done deal. We talked about that. I'm just gonna I'll let you know for sure if it's gonna be Gatlinburg, 4th of July week. Mark your calendar. Don't make any plans. Yeah, maybe I'll call there and talk to somebody and see if they'll let people, if they run out of camp spots, if they will let people boondock on that in that parking lot, and maybe pay a minimal fee to use the showers, like you know, like $5 for the week for showers, or $10 for the week for showers, something like that, and then they can boondock in there on a parking space. You can't fish from your campsite though at the upper one. They're not right on the water like the lower one was. You remember that damn store? Yeah. Oh, you two have a great night. Are you leaving, Robert? Have a good night. Well, so anything else going on new? I haven't seen anything new. It just seemed like there's not a whole lot of people that have been um doing videos lately. I mean, with the, oh gosh, I just see a picture of all the snowed in Dallas Fort Worth, all the snow that they got. Crazy, huh? Um, but you know what I did notice? I gotta say this is I watch a lot of videos, I watch a lot of YouTube. Well, it would be, I'm gonna find out when they're gonna do the 4th of July parade. Hi, Rolene from Ohio. I just gotta make sure Tennessee's doing their 4th of July then. Let me just check in and see. When is Gatlinburg having their 2023 4th of July parade? Well, that's 2022. It does. Oh, let's see. Here we go. First Independence Day parade in the nation is July 3rd, 2023, Gatlinburg, Tennessee, 11:59 p.m. to 2 a.m. There it is in black and white on the internet, because everything. Hey, Janice, you believe everything on the internet. Everything is true on the internet, right? Okay. It says Gatlinburg's award-winning 4th of July midnight parade will step off at 12:01 a.m. on Tuesday, July 4th. So that's 1 minute after midnight. The parade steps off at the intersection of East Parkway and Baskins Creek bypass, turning south onto the park Way at traffic light number 3. It continues down, ending at the ski mountain. Because up in Gatlinburg, there's a ski lift there, and you can go skiing. They make snow in the winter. They don't do snow in July. But you could still take the you could still ride on the ski thing that takes you up to the mountain. It says parade goers are encouraged to arrive early on Sunday, July 3rd, to avoid traffic and secure a place to watch the midnight parade along the parkway. The first Independence Day parade in the nation has gotten national attention for its excellence in entertainment. It's been named by National Geographic Traveler Magazine as a top 10 parade to see in the United States and recognized by Liveability.com as one of the 5 best 4th of July celebrations in smaller cities. So there you go. So July 3rd is going to be Monday. So if we check in on Sunday, go to the parade Monday for Tuesday night, Monday for Tuesday midnight. All right, Monday for on the 3rd, but the parade starts 1 minute after midnight on the 1st. So it's a done deal. It's happening. And then we can leave on the 5th or the 6th, whatever anybody wants to leave. There'll still be plenty of time to do stuff. You know, get there on Sunday, relax, get your camp all set up. And then on Monday, you can just hang out and fish and, and everything else. And then get well rested to go to the midnight parade for the 4th. And then after the parade, go back to our camp. It'll be dark. Go back to our camp. So we should carpool together, in a couple of the vans with everybody in it. No drinking. Whoever's driving cannot drink alcohol because it's not safe to drink and drive. Not even have one drink and drive in Tennessee because those roads are winding roads all over the place. And then go back to the camp. It'll be like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning with the traffic by the time you get back there. Oh, they have it live on TV. I didn't know that. And then sleep in late, and the actual 4th of July day, all day, you got all day. And then I'm sure there's going to be fireworks somewhere. Probably be fireworks in Dolly. I bet you there'll be fireworks in Dollywood. And if anybody wants to, we could probably even go to Dollywood for the 4th of July, actually. If anybody's ready to snow in July, that's okay, Billy Strong. Welcome. Welcome. Can't stay long, but where are you planning on going to be for the 4th of July? Gatlinburg, Tennessee for the first parade of the 4th of July. It starts at 1 minute after midnight on July 3rd. Well, July 4th, really, but it turns the 4th at midnight. So we'll have to go early and set up our chairs, get a parking space, and just get a designated driver, and the other people can drink if they want. I don't mind being a designated driver because I know the roads. I used to have a condo there, and there is a Cracker Barrel there. I stayed at that Cracker Barrel with that big monkey looking down on me. That monkey that gorilla that climbs the tower. I stayed at that because you know how long it takes you to get through Pigeon Forge to Gatlinburg during this tourist season. Oh my god, it was taking forever, you know? That's why you gotta go early. So it's kinda like you plan on it's gonna be a long night, so you plan on going early, like, for dinner, so you're there, grab something to eat out there, anywhere, and then you sit and wait for the parade to start at midnight. You could take a cat nap on your lawn chair until the parade starts, you know? Guerrilla fireworks. I don't where's guerrilla fireworks? But remember that you know how when you're going down to Gatlinburg, you see uh I think it's a wax museum with that big gorilla that's supposed to be like on the Empire State Building. That's right next to the um Cracker Barrel across the street from that building that's upside down. That other building attraction that's like a building that's upside down or tilted or wobbled or something. And Billy Strong, you know that they have um a lodge store in Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area, Sevierville over there. I've been there. Yeah, but we have to be in Gatlinburg and get our spot on the street for that 4th of July parade. Go line our chairs up. I have my spot was always in front of the fudge, this place that sells fudge, because actually the window sills were like seats and I could sit up on top of there. But, we got the chairs in the bag and everything now, so people could carry their chair in the bag. So we actually have to go into Gatlinburg, downtown Gatlinburg, find a parking space, and then get our spot on the street. Yep. So if we carpool, I could fit a couple people in my van, even though I don't have seatbelts or seats in the back, but I have a little bench in the back that somebody can sit on, and we could put a chair in the back, wouldn't have a seatbelt, but a chair that they could sit on. So I might be able to put 4 people in my camper. I mean, in my van. And I'm sure somebody else maybe have a van that's big enough for more than one person or a car or something, to kind of carpool. This way, you know, yes, that's the one I'm talking about, Billy. Yeah. It's right by the gun store. They're right next to each other. And there's a shooting range right there by the lodge store. It's a fairly new building. I went in there and bought ammo. Hey, that's the South. What are the most important things? Guns and cast iron pans. Dutch oven lovin'. the taffy puller, is that the place that I'm talking about? Yeah, I think that's the place I like to sit in front of, is the taffy puller, where you could sit on the window sills. If you don't get there early, you can't get that spot, somebody will take it. But as soon as they block, you got to get in there early before they block the streets off. Because once they block the streets off, you got to go down the back roads, you know. And then the other thing that's fun there is hillbilly mini golf. Have you done the hillbilly mini golf? That's really cool. The hillbilly golf. Yeah, it's right near the knife forks, I think. Oh, unless they no, I think they yeah, is it by yeah, it's right near the knife works. You're going in May? Well, you're gonna go again in July? Well, you know what? I might be coming. When are you going in May, Billy? Because I'm going to go through there on my way home from Florida. I'll be going through Tennessee or somewhere near Tennessee. Keep me posted when you're going in May because I'll be here till the end of April and I'll start heading home. Well, I'll start heading to Illinois. Maybe, I don't know. I definitely, know I'll be back there in June because then I'll be leaving at the end of June to go to October. Well, okay, so I got to just get this organized and decide, tell you exactly what park I'm going to be at and tell you what your options are for a park. Because even if I'm camped at the lower one, other people, if you can't get in the lower park, you can get a reservation at the higher park and then just drive over to our park to do stuff. But that kind of sucks. I don't know how many people will show up. I wonder how many spots there is at the other park. I'll have to check. So there's a lot of people that are just listening here. There's like 27 people that are in the um, live stream, but not everybody's saying hello. Hey, you lurkers in the lurker lounge or the lurker library. Can y'all say hello? Aw, Tammy, that's nice. Billy Strong, did you hear that? She would love to meet you. I think it would be really fun. There's a lot to do in Tennessee. Like I said, there's like 5 or 6 different hikes at the national park. And I know it says it's 30 miles away, but you know, it anything in Tennessee is not close. If you live, depending on where you live, you have to drive to wherever you want to go. If you're in that, hi Michelle. Hey Gypsy Soul, thank you for coming, joining, saying and piping up and saying hello. So it's called the WWR, the Wheeled Wanderers. That's okay, Robert. I understand you're on your way to work. Hey, Catherine. Good to see you. The Wheeled Wanderers Rendezvous. And watch for the post or a short. Maybe I'll do a short on it, a short video on what park we're going to make reservations at. Oh, Melanie. I'm in South Florida. Diane. San Antonio. Oh, yeah, Diane from Lollapalooza. Thanks for joining. Oh, so we're talking about the Wheeled Wanderers Rendezvous, which is the meetup that I had for the first time last summer, and it was in the middle of July. But this time we're going to have it at 4th of July, the week of 4th of July. And it'll be great, especially for people who really don't have anything to, anyone to spend 4th of July with. It'd be great to have people to spend 4th of July with, and we can all spend it at the midnight parade. The first parade, one of the first parades in the United States of America. How awesome, huh? And there's, like I said, there's hiking in the national park, and there's a Cades Cove. You can drive through Cades Cove. You don't even have to walk. You can drive through that, exit, and see bears and stuff. I've done that several times, and I always love doing it, so I would do it again and again and again. In fact, I watched Nomadland last night again, probably the 50th time. And then and there's Dollywood. If people want to go to Dollywood, we could take a day and go to Dollywood. That would be fun, you know. I mean, and who's to say that we you have to you don't have to leave early if I mean we could say that the rendezvous, the meetup is going to be for 4 days. But if you want to stay longer, oh, Catherine, thank you for the super sticker. That's so nice of you. Oh my gosh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Mwah. Thank you. There is, Melanie. There's so many things. So many things that you can do. Um, and I would love to go to Dollywood again. That would be a lot of fun. Especially when you go, and I don't go on a lot of rides, but I would go like on the White River rafting ride. You'd be just be getting a cabin when you go in May. I don't blame you. Hey, Janet. Oh, great. Cat. It's good for you. Hi, RV Butterfly. I'm doing fine. How are you? Thanks for joining. Good to see you. Oh, Goats on the Roof. Is that a roller coaster? Hey, Cassiana from Maine. Well, if I don't do roller coasters. I'm afraid of heights. I know a lot of people who did spent their honeymoons in Gatlinburg. There's a lot to do there between, and then you go to Sevierville and you get to see Dolly's statue. There's a lot of things in Sevierville. There's a lot of stuff all down up and down the streets of Pigeon Forge. Yeah, you're right, Billy. I love Dollywood. I might not go on all the rides, but I still like to go. And it doesn't cost as much as it does to go to Disney. Disney's like crazy expensive. Yeah. Well, it's a done deal then. And if people want to go to Nashville, Nashville's only 2 hours away from, I think it's 2 or 2.5 hours away. They can always go to Nashville after they come to the WWR. Well, if it's a scary ride, I won't be going. I'll watch you guys do it. Me too, RV Butterfly. I did too. You know what? My whole life, I didn't go on that kiddie roller coaster until I took my son there. And I told him, "Oh, you got to scream and yell. That's what makes it so much fun." Because I was scared to death. I'd never been on it once when I was a kid, and I never went on it again. I was not a roller coaster person. My sister and brothers were, not me. Oh, is it really that far? 3.5 miles? I thought it was, I didn't, 3.5 hours? I thought it was less than that. But either way, I mean, if people want to move on and go there, it's not that far. 3 hours isn't not 3 4 hours is not that far when you're already in Tennessee. you know, I mean, if somebody wants to really go to Nashville that bad, I mean, I used to have a condo in Sevierville, so I could spend months there. I miss it so much, especially in the summertime. There's so many cool places to go and antique shop, like, or, like neat little shops to go to. It's kind of cool. And I like Nashville, but the thing about is Nashville is more to me like a party city. It's up to the person riding it. You break the car yourself. I don't know what that means, Billy. You determine how fast it goes or how slow it goes. But if it's going downhill, I can't ride on it. I'll watch you guys. I'll stand at the bottom and take video. I'll use it. I'll stand at the bottom and collect content. I'll get the content for the YouTube video. Yep. I'll do the hikes. I don't mind doing the hikes, because I'm like, I got my feet on the ground doing it. I'm not falling and out of control. I definitely would do a couple of hikes. I'll do Laurel Falls again and I'll do the Chimneys. The Chimneys was a harder hike and I would do that again in a heartbeat. Yeah, RV Butterfly. I think Nashville is party city. Now, it's nice though to when you go to Nashville to go to the Grand Ole Opry. I enjoyed that, going to Opry. I did do that. And it's kind of cool to go to the Bluebird because you never know who you're going to see there. You might see some movies, some country western artists there. That's um, at the Bluebird. That's where a lot of them made their debuts. Oh, really? I didn't know Dollywood was Silver Dollar City before she bought it. That's interesting. You never know, but we might see Dolly there. She might be doing something special and she might be at the park. You never know. I don't know what it costs to get in Dollywood these days, but I know it's nothing like what it costs to get into Disney, you know? Let's see what Google has to say about that. Google, how much does it cost to get into Dollywood for the day? As of November 2022, Dollywood prices are $89 for a standard one-day adult pass, 109 for 2 days. So for 30 bucks more you can go 2 days. And 119 for 3 days. Oh my gosh, what a deal. Oh, discounted tickets are for 62 and older and children 4 to 9. Well, I wonder what senior citizens pay. So, Dollywood and Splash Country. Splash Country is fun too. Dolly didn't buy it? I agree, Patty. Yeah, I saw her the other day on a TV show. She said was 79 next time you were there. Well, 89. Always buy the season pass. Well, how much is the season pass? Let's see what it says for the season pass. Well, it says if you buy a ticket for the theme park, um, you get to go to Splash Country, 1 day theme park tickets. Adults 10 years old to 61 years old, it's $89. It doesn't tell you what seniors' prices are. Um, that's weird. So senior prices are obviously less. 2-day theme park tickets. Okay, so there's no tax included on these prices. Oh, if you see the bra flying, that I heard that before. Dolly's in the park. So for 20 bucks more, you get the 2-day theme park tickets. And you can go anytime within the 5-day period. So I think when you get the 2-day theme park tickets, you can go to Dollywood one day and you can go to Splash Country the other day. Oh, let's see. Become a pass holder. How much is it to be a pass holder? Whoops. Season pass for 2023. You can be on the 8-month payment plan. See, purchase your season pass by February 5th to receive the following perks: 1-day unlimited refills, mug for gold, 8-month payment plan, and more. Holy cow. Dollywood Silver Season Pass. Adult and senior passes, child passes do not have visitation blackout dates. The season pass is $159 plus tax. And that must be a discount for seniors. Well, that's almost, you're right, Billy. That's almost like it's like a no-brainer to get the season pass. With the silver season pass, you can ride all the Big Bear Mountain this spring, all new Big Bear Mountain this spring, and visit during all seasons of fun at Dollywood from March until November, plus access to all festivals, including Smoky Mountain Christmas presented by Humana. And you'd be saving $286 on a senior pass, on that season pass. Hi, RVing with G. How are you? Well, I think you get the next day free anyway with your ticket. So Dolly doesn't own Dollywood? I'm confused. Okay, so she didn't technically buy Dollywood? It just has her name on it? There are visitation blackout dates that apply to adult and senior passes, but the child passes do not have visitation blackout dates. So I don't know what those blackout dates. Hmm. Probably special like holidays or something. So if you add the water park access, it's $55. That it says that on the Dollywood Gold card, which is $224. That's not for seniors. That's for regular people. I guess regular people. I'm not sure. Anyway, I wouldn't mind going to a splash country because I like to go to water parks, especially if it's hot out. I love going to water parks. There's certain water slides I like to go to. Okay, so the share owners. Okay, I get that. They have a "We'll Always Love You" celebration, flower and food festival, um, summer celebration, harvest festival, the Christmas festival. Oh, it's beautiful there at Christmas. They have a lot of nice stuff. There's this like 11 or 12 mile um back road in Pigeon Forge to go to um Gatlinburg. It's a back road that we used to take, something branch road that I used to take from my condo and then into down into Pigeon Forge. It was like a back road, and it's like 11 miles of stores and art studios and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. And I love to go to Santa's Closet. Now they changed. Santa's Closet moved from that art trail. It's now on a regular road. Um, I forgot the name of the road, but it's a road that's right off of the main highway to go to Gatlinburg. But Santa's Closet is one of my favorite places to go. Well, what's Dolly's really name? What's her real name? Is it Hershend? I don't know. So did anybody Google it? Who owns Dollywood, Google? Who is the Hershend family? Who is the Hershend family that owns Dollywood? That family lives in Branson, surrounded by their children, grandchildren, and great grandchildren. They're the founders. Oh, let's see. Jack Hershend. He went to Northwestern in Chicago, Illinois, rather. The guy, Jack Hershend. He met his wife at Silver Dollar City. They've been married for 68 years because they were married in 54. They live in Branson. Well, it doesn't. I thought maybe they were related to Dolly. So they actually own the company. So Dolly just puts her name on it. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like water parks too. Well, I'm not really big on amusement parks. because I don't go on a lot of rides, you know. I don't do roller coasters. There's, you know, I like Tilt-A-Whirl. I do like the Tilt-A-Whirl. I do like to spin that sucker, man. I get that thing going real fast, round and around and around, but I can't do the up and down thing. That thing, no way. But I will go on water slides, certain water slides. So I do like to go to the water park because I do like to swim and stuff like that. Fun, huh? Well, I guess it's a done deal then, folks. We're gonna go to Dollywood. We're gonna go to Gatlinburg for our WWR for the 4th of July. I'll let you know the park. I'll let you know the park. You know. Oh, you know, I really should probably do my. Um, does everybody know that I am giving away a multimeter? Okay, Michelle. Thanks for joining us. Thank you. Have a good night. I am giving away a multimeter. I don't know why my screen keeps doing this thing. If you're interested in being part of the raffle for the free multimeter, and it's really a cool multimeter, I'm just thinking, where is the other one I have? I have two of them. Where did I put them? It's either in my van or it's in here. Anyway, the multimeter, if you're interested in being eligible to what is a multimeter? It's um it's a cool little gadget. Yes, it is, Patty. You know that little red multimeter with the red wire and the black wire, and you put the red on the red in your battery and the black on the black in your battery, and it tells you how much voltage you know where you're at, your batteries are at. Everybody who RVs should have a multimeter, even for your car, if or your battery. It's good to know, you know, check your battery. Definitely, if you're on the road, you need to have a multimeter. And I did a video on it. It says win a multimeter. Go check it out. The one I am giving away or raffling off is nicer than the average one. It um, shuts off by itself. It has a backlight on it and it has a flashlight on it. And you don't have to program anything. And it comes in a nice little zip bag. You don't have to wrap the wire around it. You know, it's really cool. And Tessman, Tesmen, I think it was spelled Tessman, gave me a multimeter to try out. And they gave me one to raffle to give to one of my viewers. So I am doing a raffle. It's Tesmen. And the name of the video that you need to watch. Hold on here. I got to get through the ad here. I'll show you the video. But they have these ads on here. Nomad in Paradise, win a multimeter is the name of my video. Win a multimeter. Nomad in Paradise, win a multimeter. Okay, go to that. Something is weird on my thing here. Go to that video and then okay, RV Butterfly, thank you for stopping by. Take care and talk to you soon. Love you guys. So anyway, go to that video and in the comments write hashtag TESMEN, Tessman, TESMEN, and you will have an opportunity to win the multimeter. So I will wait another day or two before I raffle it off. It's right here. It's called Nomad in Paradise, Win a Multimeter. Let's see. Ah, I had it up here a minute ago. For some reason, it doesn't want to give it to me. And then in the comments, put hashtag TESMEN, Testman, and you'll be eligible to win. So anybody who's interested in winning that, go make sure you do that on the video. And I will wait a couple more days before I go ahead and raffle it off so I have some more contestants. We've been on here for, oh my goodness, 2 hours exactly. Do you believe that? Thank you. Billy just put the link up on there in the comments. So just get in there and try to, become a contestant for it. And then watch for the post or the video short or video, and I'll do it with the more particulars on the campsite information for 4th of July. So save the dates. Sunday the 2nd, Monday the 3rd, Tuesday the 4th, Wednesday the 5th for the WWR. Thank you, Catherine. Thanks for joining, and I'll talk to you soon. You too, Melanie. Thank you. So everybody, I think it's time to say goodnight. It's been 2 hours. I know we still have 23 people here. And that's a lot of people that stayed on through the whole live chat with us. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Please, everybody, can you keep Felix? Does everybody know who Felix is? Big Dog Felix? Friends with Camper Van Kevin? Could you please keep him in your prayers? He is approved for his Whipple procedure for his pancreatic cancer. And he'll be having surgery on February 8th. He did put a video up about it. So, if you could keep him in your prayer, say an extra prayer for him, I would I'm sure he would greatly appreciate it. When one or more people join in prayer, miracles happen. And he needs lots of prayers for his surgery. So let's keep him in our prayers. Yes, right, for our Felix. He's such a sweet man. He really is. So let's keep him in our prayers. All right, everybody. I love you. Thank you for joining my live stream. Have a great night. From the Cracker Barrel, signing off. I don't know where Danny went, but Danny and I say goodnight. She's sleeping. She walked too much. I love you guys. Thanks for joining. Mwah.